There are calls for national legislation to help people who were born from donor eggs or sperm to find out their biological origins. Advocates say the legislation should mirror the laws brought into Victoria in 2017, which allow both donors and their offspring to contact each other. But a shortage of donor sperm and a huge demand from same-sex families has some concern that it may be harder for those children to find their biological parents in the future. Cheryl Hall reports.
Amy Shackleton grew up in a close family in Melbourne and never questioned why she was a little different from her parents.
I just loved music, played saxophone, oboe. Neither of my parents played a musical instrument or had any musical background.
In 2019, at the age of 39, Amy got a letter that shook her world. It was from the Victorian Assisted Reproductive Treatment Authority.
It said that they had some information about my birth details that they would like to share with me.
Amy's letter was a result of groundbreaking legislation passed in Victoria in 2017. For the first time in Australia, donor-conceived children and the donors could contact each other.
Hi, I am Sig and I'm told that you are my biological daughter. This means a lot to me. I imagine this could be a big shock to you.
He was a music teacher, which was similar to me.
Oh, it's so amazing. I'll never forget. Never forget to walk in the room. Oh my God, that's my daughter. Incredible.
Sig had also discovered that he had two other biological children, Elena and Luke, born to two other families. The three newly discovered half-siblings and Sig all met up for the first time at the 2019 Melbourne Film Festival.
So here I am, a 73-year-old long-time widower, and along come these children.
Since the 2017 laws, there's been a huge increase in demand for donor sperm from same-sex families. In response, the Victorian government has increased the number of children who can be born from one single donor. It also allows the importation of donor sperm from overseas.
It was clear that the work of the clinics to recruit donors had subsided. They were able to obtain donor sperm and to some extent donor eggs from overseas far more cheaply than having to do the recruitment and maintenance of donor lists in Victoria.
The provisions are relatively simple.
The 2017 laws were the result of years of lobbying by donor-conceived people, and they don't like the changes.
Unfortunately, what we're potentially facing is just repeating the mistakes of the past so that the next generation will also be without meaningful connection to their biological family.
The Victorian laws are unique, and one thing all sides agree on is the need for national legislation.
It's incredibly difficult to get all states and territories to agree on even some of the fundamentals in this space.
My dad is a fantastic dad, but I also have this other guy now, a donor in my life. I really hadn't considered that anything like this could have applied to me ever in my entire life.
And tomorrow night, Australian Story looks at why it's important for donor-conceived children to be able to trace their biological parents. The ABC's Chair, Ita Buttrose,